welcome. Today, I want to talk to you about this quote that I posted last week. It's from a friend of mine, Brendan Bouchard. 30,000 of you were like, I love this quote. I love this quote. I love this quote. And what is the quote we're going to talk about today? I want you to consider something. You didn't lose your motivation. Motivation is not the problem. The issue is that you lost your focus on what you're fighting for. You lost your focus on what you're fighting for. Just stop and consider that truth for a minute. Are you currently playing any game in life or working on something in your life that is worth fighting for? One of the reasons why I want to introduce this quote and talk to you about this today is that I think when you start to feel lost, when you feel disconnected, when you feel low energy, when you feel like you're on autopilot, it's very easy to tell yourself that you don't have any time, you don't have any energy, you don't have the motivation, you don't feel inspired, and you stay stuck. Yes, exactly. You stay stuck in the distractions. You stay stuck in the monotony of your day-to-day life. And it's because, and this is super counterintuitive, everybody, it's because you're not playing a big enough game. And the irony is that I see Sharon joined. Hi, Sharon. Congratulations on winning the Webby, Sharon. The reason why you stay down is because the pressure and distraction and the weight of your life is holding you down. And I see some of you saying, I feel paralyzed, Mel. I feel stuck. I feel exhausted. I feel discouraged. Well, here's what I want to tell you. The only way out of this is not to sit around and wait for motivation, because the motivation is in you, and the motivation will be unlocked and unleashed in your life the second you identify something that's worth fighting for. I want you to stop surviving. I want you to get out of that mode of just being on autopilot. I want you to stop feeling discouraged. And that means that you've got to create a bigger game to play in your life. And the reason why I know that this is true is because there have been so many times in my life when I've been really stuck or lost. I think about when I was turning 52 and I just wasn't even excited for my birthday. And my birthday is one of my favorite things to do, to celebrate the day that you're born, right? And I was just lost. And what was interesting is that my daughter said to me, Mom, it's been a while since you've taken on a project that scares you. It's been a while since you've raised the stakes on yourself. It's been a while since you said, you know what? I want to play a bigger game. I want to go after this thing. And the reason why this is so important, happy birthday to Kai 2.0. I don't know what your real name is, but it's your birthday today. The reason why this is so important is because there is desire, possibility, potential, love, dreams, all inside of you. And when the distraction of day-to-day life, when the weight of day-to-day life, when putting everybody else first, when your life starts to weigh you down, it traps all of that inside you. Happy birthday to Nadia as well. Happy birthday to everybody whose birthday is today. But the pain that you feel, the heaviness, the lack of energy that you feel, it has nothing to do with motivation. It has to do with the fact that you're not claiming the bigger game that you want to play. Do you want to launch a podcast? That's what I did. I'd been thinking about that thing for 8 years. Do you want to write music? Do you want to go back to school? Do you want to take your health seriously and get in the best shape of your life? Do you want to move from where you are now? Do you want to change the dynamic in your relationship? Do you want to finally write that book that you've been thinking about? If it's your, I see somebody saying it's my 18-year work anniversary. Is that a good thing? Or is it a bad thing? Have you become complacent? And look, that doesn't mean you have to change your job if you like where you are. It means, how do I actually raise the game where I am? How do I raise the game? How do I get more out of my life. And the thing that I'm going to tell you right now is that when you figure out what's worth fighting for, you will unlock all the motivation, all the clarity, all the confidence, all the courage that you could possibly unlock. And it is a very counterintuitive thing to consider, right? That you're not playing a big enough game. That's why your life is not feeling great right now. And that's right, Jessica. Jessica says it's not big enough if it doesn't scare the heck out of you. So here's what I want to invite you to do. I'm feeding my dogs down here. I want to invite you to stop and consider what would be something that is worth fighting for. And I'm going to invite you to put it in the comments right now. What is something that would be worth fighting for? Your happiness? Yep, that's worth fighting for. Making millions of dollars, or heck, even just a couple $1,000 doing your own thing? Yep, that'd be worth fighting for. Your health? Would that be worth fighting for? Taking care of yourself, getting in the best shape of your life, would that be worth fighting for? The business that you've always wanted to launch, would that be worth fighting for? Your relationship and making it stronger, would that be worth fighting for? How about being your, how about unleashing your creativity? How about waking up every single day and spending even just 15 minutes on something that you've always wanted to do? Letting go of your past, healing, that would be worth fighting for. Emotional peace, that would be worth fighting for. I need you to write in the comments right now, because you know me. I'm not like, you can sit here and be entertained by me, but I am here because I want you to do something different. And so I love what y'all are writing down. My health would be worth fighting for. A career that I love would be worth fighting for. For those of you that are going, what if I don't know? That's not true. That is not true. I don't think anybody lacks clarity. I think you lack the courage to identify what's worth fighting for. I think you get so beaten down by life that you convince yourself that the things that you actually want aren't possible, so you're not even going to let yourself write it down. And you're dealing with a person in your friend Mel Robbins who will not accept that it can't happen. Just over a decade ago, I was $1 million in debt. My husband was leaving a business that was basically failing, that had bankrupted us. He was struggling with a drinking problem. Our marriage was in the pits. If I can address all those problems, claw my way out, and create a life that I love, that is worth fighting for. And if you're willing to put in the work, and if you're willing to have the courage to identify what you want, you will have something worth fighting for. And that motivation will pour out of you. See, your motivation is reserved for things that are aligned with your life force energy. No wonder you don't feel motivated right now. You don't like your job. You don't like the way you move through your day. You are feeling disconnected. Your life is not aligned with the things that you care about. This is a very, very simple fix. And it's very simple to do when you have the guidance on the steps to take. And that's what we're going to talk about today. That's why you need to hear this. The first thing I want to do is be like, have you have this epiphany that, wow, there's nothing wrong with me. I just don't have something worth fighting for right now. I got to play a bigger game. This makes a lot of sense, Mel. This makes a whole lot of sense. You know, and for those of you, I see too many of you saying, I don't know. I don't know. Here's the fast way to answer this. If you don't know what direction you're headed toward, all you need to know is where you're at no longer serves you. And you need to find the courage to move away from it. So you don't have to know exactly where you're going to end up. You just have to know that you're tired of feeling exhausted. You're tired of going into a job that is slowly sucking your soul dry. You're tired of delaying your dreams. You're tired of pleasing everybody. You're tired of settling for less than you deserve. And so if you can be honest with yourself that I don't really know what I want, I just know I don't want this, that's enough. that is enough. And if you're looking for support, amazing. Amazing. That's why I'm here, because so many of you already know, but right down there, you can find the link to a brand new free 3-part training that I have launched this year. We've got almost 300,000 students taking it, zero cost, completely free. It is designed by me and my team, research-based, to give you the insight and the clarity that you need so that you know exactly what aspect of your life is draining your energy and is making you feel disconnected and discouraged. And once we identify that, we take you into video 2, where I show you 2 visual frameworks that will give you the biggest breakthrough that you've ever had. How many of you are taking the training and you've already watched video number 2 and you are blown away by what I call the difference between a box jumper and a box stepper? In video training number 2, you guys have to see this. You have to see this. Video training number 2, I help you identify. See that blue glass right there? That is your dreams. That's what is worth fighting for. We're going to use metaphors and visual examples. And then I'm going to blow your mind, because I'm going to show you that in life, there's only 2 kinds of people. There are people who know how to lay a path and step, 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 step across the boxes to get where they want to go. And then there are people who are what I call box jumpers. And when you understand which one you are, I happen to be a box jumper, it'll blow your mind, because all of a sudden you will see visually the way that your mind works, which is both a superpower and it also creates an enormous problem for you. And so if you've been spinning in place, if you have been frustrated because you stop and start, or you can't get clear about what you want, it has to do with whether or not you are a box stepper or a box jumper. That's what it has to be. That right there. And for those of you that have taken it and have already seen video 2, tell everybody, are you a box? You can call it a path layer, a box stepper, or a box jumper. Which one are you? How do you sign up? You just follow the link down there. Go to melrobbins.com/take control. Because part of the issue is that, first of all, you don't have a game that's big enough. I see Glow. Hi, Glow. My friend Glow. I love you, Glow. You're not playing a game that's big enough. That's the problem number 1. And then problem number 2 is you're not aware of how your brain works. There are only 2 kinds of people out there. And you can see everybody putting it in the comments who have already watched video number 2. Video number 2 is where I bring in design thinking systems. Design thinking is a framework that I use with executive teams and in my work with corporations that help teams be more strategic, that help teams collaborate better. And it's essential that you understand whether or not you are what I call a box stepper or a box jumper. Because when you understand how your mind processes information, it is completely liberating. Because you suddenly see what your superpower is, and you will all of a sudden realize the reason why you stop and start, the reason why you're not successful in actually making some of these things happen. And it's in the seeing of it that we can then identify what the gap is that you need to focus on. Now, one thing I want to say, you know what, Jesse, do you by any chance have the workbook? I don't think I have the workbook in here. I don't have the workbook because there's a quiz in the 21-page workbook. And I'm going to do the quiz with you in a second. We're going to get my team to grab it for you. But first, let me tell you some other things that have been going on. Valerie says that training number 2 blew her mind. I know exactly where I want to go, but I've been struggling for years with the how and constantly beating myself up. How many of you are like that? You know where you want to go, but you can't stay consistent. You can't figure out how to make it. And you just beat yourself up because you stop and start and stop and start and stop and start. This is classic when it comes to those of us that are box jumpers, okay? You are a box jumper. And when you can identify, holy cow, I'm a box jumper, that's what the issue is. You will stop beating yourself up, and you will now be able to embrace the way that your mind naturally works. Rahima says, I'm feeling so positive and ready to make changes because I now understand myself. So let me go to the workbook that comes with this. So you get a 21-page workbook with Take Control. No, 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 no. That's my dog going. Come here. YOLO. I guess he's out. Okay, I'm trying to both babysit dogs and inspire you. Multitasking Mel. Hey, Jesse, could you shut that so he doesn't leave again? Thanks, sweetheart. Okay, let's do a quiz together. Is everybody ready? I'm going to give you the quiz. This is on page 13 of your free workbook when you sign up for melrobbins.com/take control. And you'll be with 300,000 other students around the world who are taking this program for free, zero cost, my gift to you. Okay, question number 1. It's easy for me to know what I want. It's hard for me to know what I want. Which one are you? Easy or hard? Question number 2, I have a vision of what my future could look like. Or, I'm not sure what I envision for the future. Question 3, I have a million ideas. Hi. I have trouble coming up with new ideas. Question 4, I know where I want to go, but I can't seem to get there. It's easy for me to know the next step. Question 5, my friends would describe me as a dreamer. My friends would describe me as very realistic. That's my husband. Question number 6, I've been called scattered. All the time. I've been called a buzzkill. You know, this is starting to feel a little bit like marriage counseling because I'm seeing myself and my husband in these questions. I'm now on page 14 of your free workbook. I'm executing on things is really hard for me. Hi, that's me. I'm a master at crossing things off the list, getting things done. Here's another one. I've been called an idea machine. I have absolutely been called that. Have you ever been called an idea machine? That's me. Or I've been called somebody who's extremely reliable and efficient. And here's another one. 9. I want things that are out of reach. I think this quiz was written for me. Or I focus on realistic day-to-day goals. This quiz on page 13 and 14 on your free workbook that comes with this course, Take Control with Mel Robbins. Just go to melrobbins.com/take control. I know it's in reverse on Instagram, but if you just go right here, everybody, right beneath me, that's where you can sign up. The moment you sign up, you will get an email. Give us 10 minutes and you will get an email that gives you a link to your workbook and you will be able to watch video 1 and video 2 right away. Video 3 comes out in the next couple days, so get on this. I love this, by the way. A lot of you asking, can I take it with somebody? Look at these guys. How cute are they? Look at this. I just love this share from Tanya and her husband. Thank you. My husband and I are taking control of our lives with this free course. I'm a box jumper. He's a box stepper. Together, we're the perfect duo. We are so excited for video training 3. It's time to break the chains that hold us back and take control so we can create that beautiful and simple life that we long for. Amen. I freaking love that. I absolutely love that. Yaritzi, I absolutely love this video. I feel connected and identified with many of the things explained here. Specific words that Mel used, I was like, whoa. That is what is driving me insane and keeps me feeling disheveled, unsettled, and lost. I have to admit, it was hard for me to fill in parts of the workbook because I cannot seem to identify what is that thing that I want. I use the reference of a blue water, a cup in this. You'll see, let's see, where is my thing? I like visual classes because that's how I learn. There's a blue cup here, because we're going to use this as a visual example of what's worth fighting for. Whatever you want to put in this cup, your health, your happiness, the money that you make, the business that you want, your artistic pursuits, the difference you want to make, the family relationships that you want to change. That is what this blue cup represents. And I'm bringing systems thinking into this training. I've never done that in a free training before because it really helps me cement in these concepts and it helps accelerate the learning. And I can see because so many of you are commenting on what you're getting out of this. And that makes me so happy, because sometimes you read or you take a course and you hear something and it doesn't quite stick. When I see something visually represented in models, I'm like, I got it. A lot of you are asking, Mel, what if I don't know what I want? See, that's not true. It's not true, because you know what you don't want. And so if you can't identify it in the positive, let's start in the negative. Let's start with identifying all the things that you don't want. Sorry, I'm feeding my dog again. I got to give my dogs treats so they stay quiet while I'm talking to you. Heidi was saying, I was thinking about how funny it would have been to have a reaction video of me while watching this one. I am a total box jumper. As I'm watching video 2, Mel, I'm like nodding my head going, yep, baby, totally me, yep, Big sigh of relief. I completed the work. I completed the exercises in this free course, Mel, and I'm seeing myself. I am seeing myself. I have done a ton of growth and development work since the 90s, but this is different. I'm different now. When the student's ready, the teacher appears. I'm ready to take imperfect action or just action. And see, this is the thing. Your life will not change, everybody, by simply watching me. Your life will not change by listening to podcasts or by mainlining videos on YouTube. Your life changes when you do that and then you apply it and take action in your life. And that's what I want for you when you sign up for this zero-cost free course. I do this every spring. It's a thank you to our global audience. Today we found out that we won the Webby. The Webby Awards are a big deal for a brand new podcast, for us to win the People's Choice Award for the best health, wellness, and lifestyle podcast in the world. We just found out this morning. We couldn't have done it without your support. That's why I do this kind of thing. I do this to give back. I do this because there's tons of you who cannot afford a course, who cannot get access to the books. You can't buy the books. I want to do something that if you can get on the internet, you can take advantage of this 3-part course. One of the biggest questions that I get all day long is, Mel, how do I hire you to coach me? And the truth is, I only do that once a year in a program. And I know that a lot of people can't afford it. And so that's why I love doing a free 3-part research-backed training that is zero cost for everybody. Because I do want you to have these tools, and I do want you to be able to take advantage of the framework of a course and being able to go deeper, because you have a workbook that is 21 pages long that helps you go deeper and helps you make it stick. And training number 3, which drops almost momentarily, is incredible, because we're going to take what you learned in videos 1 and 2 and in all the workbook exercises, and we're going to bring it home and help you create a deeply personalized plan based on whether you're a box stepper or a box jumper. And we're going to identify the gap that that type of processing creates, because it creates either a process or a possibility gap. You'll know what that means when you watch video 3. And then we will be completing the course, and that's it. And so you will get a tremendous amount out of this. And I see a lot of people going, are you sure? Look, at the end of the day, this is about you. This is about you removing your skepticism, removing the kind of and then spending the time working on yourself. The only thing that I can do is put in the time and effort to create something for you. I can put in the time and effort to coach you, to teach you, to provide you with these resources. And whether or not you decide to step into it and to spend the time on yourself, that is 100% on you. I can try to inspire you. I can try to coach you. I can provide you with tools, but it's going to be up to you to take advantage of them. It's going to be up to you to spend the time. It's going to be up to you to actually put in the work. Signing up is step one, and the instructions are right there. And all of this is waiting for you. And so if you have no intention of doing this, you should get off this live stream. If you are interested in making a change, if you're interested in having me coach you and teach you for 3 free classes, if you're interested in getting a 21-page workbook that our team has designed for the past 6 weeks, if you're interested in joining a student body of 300,000 people, hey, Carrie Lorenz, she is the first female fighter pilot in the United States, everybody. Absolutely incredible lady. I love her so much. If you're interested in being with a bunch of winners, if you're interested in leveling up, if you're interested in taking the actions that'll change your life, stop watching this live stream. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, click on the link below and jump in. Jump in. Now, the trainings are gorgeous. They were filmed ahead of time on a set. They're very, very high end. I'm really proud of this. You're going to see me using the visual props here. This is from training video number 2. I'm very high tech. I'm showing you a printout of the video you're going to watch. I know. But I'm really proud of this. And you know why that's important? The reason why that's important is because you can watch these on your own time. It's also important because then you can back up and rewatch it. It's also important because you can come back and watch it. It's also important because that way you can hit pause and you can work on your workbook while you're doing this. And so these will be there for you to consume when it works for you, okay? And again, I see a lot of people asking, how do I jump in? You jump in right there. The instructions are right there. For those of you who are taking the training, just explain in the comments, what are you getting out of this, okay? Because again, you're going to know that I'm always going to push you to take action. And this is not one of those things where we're doing a quote live stream and then we tell you that there's only an offer while you're doing the live. That's not how I roll. I'm very, very, very deliberate about what I do. And if I am selling you something, you will know it because I will be very direct. But what I'm doing right now is I'm offering you a 3-part training that is complete, that comes with a workbook, that is my gift to you. Okay? And right there is the information. If you don't understand that, go to melrobbins.com/take control. Or just go to melrobbins.com. Because the whole website has a takeover for this program. We will reach 300,000 students today. By the time that this is over in the next couple days, I would not be surprised if we are close to 500,000 students because the program's amazing. I honestly, guys, for anybody who can't find the link, just go to my website, melrobbins.com. It's all over the website. Or go right there. It's the pinned comment on Instagram. It is the pinned comment on Facebook. It is the pinned comment on LinkedIn. It is the pinned comment on YouTube. But you can just go to melrobbins.com. And one more thing. Please, 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 please share this link generously. There are people in your life who deserve this support and who need it. There are people in your life who don't realize that they're a box stepper. And it's a superpower, and that's why they are spinning in circles and why they can't see the bigger picture. And there are people in your life that are a box jumper, and it explains why they constantly stop and start and stop and start and stop and start. And this is going to be liberating and empowering, and it's going to help them, help them, help them, help them. Let's see. I see Jesse in here. Is there anything? Oh, Jesse just came in to support me. Hi, Jesse. I have time to take a couple questions. Oh my God. I just saw somebody say that she just signed up because she lost her 19-year-old to an impaired driver. Holy heck. That is horrible. And I don't even know what to say other than you're not going to go through this alone. And I am really, really happy that you're here with us right now. And I'm really happy that despite such a heartbreaking and horrific thing, that you're going to take some steps to start to put the pieces back together in terms of what happens next in your life. I see some of you asking about whether or not this is just for business. It is for business and for personal. Everything that I'm teaching you will help you go from feeling kind of at this level to getting to this level. And I personally think right now it is the biggest opportunity of your lifetime to level up, to tap into excellence, to focus on execution. For any of you that are dealing with heartbreak or with tragedy, to find meaning in this mess, to find purpose in all of this pain, that you do have the strength within you to face these things. You can play a bigger game. You can level up what you're doing. You can tap back into excellence and execution and the energy inside of you. That this is not an issue of motivation. It's an issue of losing focus on what's worth fighting for. And that, my friend, is what we are going to help you find. Can you lay down? My dog is really excited. He's tapping into something that's worth fighting for, which is another treat from me. Okay. Anything else? Anything else before I sign off, everybody? Anything else? This is for personal. It's for business. If you want to double your business this year, I suggest you get in to take control. If you want to be happier, healthier, I suggest you jump in to this course and you do the work to get yourself focused on something worth fighting for. If you feel lost, I suggest that you get into this course and you figure out what's worth fighting for. This 3-part training will give you a deeply personal plan by the end of it. Deeply, deeply personal. And that's why I'm really proud of it. And again, you're going to start with measuring where you are using this thing that I created called a fuel gauge. It measures energy. You're going to talk about everything from your morning routine to the state of your home to your hobbies. Then we've got a whole section this year on career and business. And for you students graduating, this is a fantastic thing, by the way, if you've got people graduating from high school in your life or people graduating from college or graduate school, absolutely incredible opportunity for them to use this course to start to chart a path in the next phase of their life. But we've got 2 full pages, pages 9 and 10, that are all business, career, and school related. So you can really customize all of this training to work on whatever area of your life that you want, that you feel is worth fighting for. I think that's it. I just want to say congratulations to our nurse practitioner, Sabrina, who's graduating. Is the name of your book with the yellow, what is the name of your book with the yellow, The High Five Habit, I believe, is the name of the book you're talking about. But this is the free thing, everybody. And please, please, please share this with your friends, with your family, with your partners, with your team members, with your colleagues. It is for everyone. And the more people that you have around you that are investing the time and energy and focus into creating a personalized plan, the more it's going to lift you up. So that's all I got to say. Thank you for signing up. Thank you for giving yourself the gift of this course. Thank you for giving yourself the gift of spending 2 hours working on your life and your business and your future. There is no better investment that you could make than putting your time into creating a better life. There is no better investment that you could make in getting serious with yourself about what you want the next couple years of your life to look like and defining that game that is worth fighting for. That's all that's missing, is having a bigger game in your life. That's it. That's it. That's the answer. The answer is you getting serious about what is worth fighting for. and then aligning your time, your energy, and your days in that direction. All right, everybody. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you again for all your support. We could not have won the Webby Award for our podcast today. So honored. The team is blown away by your support. Really, 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 I love you. And in case and you know who else loves you? Homie does. Homie loves you. Hi, homie. Oh, you want to give everyone a kiss? Oh, he's like really loving all of you. Okay. See, you can figure out what you're fighting for and have your dog okay, do you want to be in this? Okay, I think he really wants to be in this. Okay, everybody. Homie and I want to tell you that we love you, we believe in you, and we believe in your ability to shake off these last couple years, to tap into the energy inside you, and to focus on something worth fighting for. Alrighty. Go do it. I'll see you in Take Control with Mel Robbins. I love you.